The next topic.
Okay. I'm not going to ask Ian how to access the CU Podcast Patreon. But it's patreon.com/CU Podcast. And there we have
www.
Patreon Discord we have available. You can watch this video format we have going on here. There's the call-in number, the voice Q&A. And for $1 only, you can get some musings from Ian every week.
Yeah.
What's going on. And then
Should
also
be one up today.
you can vote on the Patreon topic. So we had 3. We had how much do repro labels reduce the value of a game? That got 23%. Ethics of YouTubers reviewing free retro gaming products, 23%. And a whopping 54%, the majority, want to talk about want Pat and Ian to talk about Pat giving or getting the rub from other content creators. So this is an essential Asian massage parlor term. Getting the rub or giving the rub has to do, it's a wrestling term, meaning
Sensual massage.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, when you give the rub, it's like I'm helping you out. I'm promoting you. I'm making your stature bigger. That's
Correct.
what that means. Giving the rub to someone or getting the rub from someone means your fame is being increased or your exposure, so to speak. All right. So Pat getting or giving the rub. I've communicated with friends with lots of content creators over the years, and when you talk about, I guess, who I've gotten the rub from in the past. People, especially psychopathic YouTubers who make up stories about me, like to say that I rode like James Rolfe's coattails to fame is like a one I've seen thrown at me from time to time. James gave me the rub in terms of helping me out professionally. He showed me some work ethic things that I appreciated. He showed me a process. He validated me, I think, at the time in terms of you are someone that I can work with. You're good enough to work with. So that was good.
He should give you a hot rub.
Give me a hot rub. But in terms of like my popularity on YouTube, at the time when that NWC video came out, it really didn't do much for me professionally. Because at the time, that video came out on game trailers in 2011. And when it came out, there wasn't any way for people to know that I was actually a YouTuber, that I was a content creator. There wasn't any links at the bottom or anything. There was at the very end, it was like, check out Pat at thepunkeffect.com, my dead website, at the time, and still dead now. So people, even years later, came up to me and say, yeah, I thought you were just like an actor for that story. They didn't realize that Pat the NES Punk was actually a prior creation before that video. And that's no fault of James or anything else. That's just that it was game trailers. It was thrown on game trailers.
It was just...
And it didn't go on YouTube at the time. There was still that contract where James's videos didn't go up on YouTube for like whatever it was, 6 months or 12 months later they would go on.
Right.
So when I did that YouTube video with James, I had 7,000 YouTube subscribers. I only went up to 10,000 after doing a video that got like a million views on game trailers. It did nothing for me in terms of that. Just in terms of people knowing that, hey, that's a video I saw you in years later. So it was good. It was getting the rub in terms of like professional validation and having good contacts and networking. But in terms of what it did for me at the time, it was actually fairly depressing because I thought, oh, this is going to be cool. I'm going to get a lot of exposure. And I really didn't at the time. I had to chip away from it.
Right.
So that was the big one in terms of getting the rub. I'll give Spoonie a lot of credit at the time because when he worked with me in 2010, he didn't have to do that.
Sure.
In 2010, I'd only been doing videos for almost 2 years. Wow, 10-year anniversary coming up, by the way, June 24th. And so we did the video, the Highlander Endgame. I wrote it, I edited it, but he was a cool guy to do it with me, so I gave him credit for that. That helped just get my name out in general at the time. Other than that, the one that I guess gave me the rub would be Brental Floss in 2012 when we did Nintendo Bohemian Rhapsody. In 2012, I wasn't an unknown. In 2012, the podcast just started. I had like 80,000 to 90,000 YouTube subscribers at that point. But that went semi-viral, that video. That's the only video I say that went viral, and that did over like 500,000 views. We didn't make a dime off it, by the way. Or Brett made a little bit, but it got claimed by whatever, the people that own the rights to Bohemian Rhapsody, unfortunately, because I think it's a parody. We thought about fighting it. So now we'll get our asses kicked. We don't have the money. But that helped get me a lot of exposure. That actually did more for me on my channel. That got me like 20 to 25,000 subscribers in like a month.
Oh, wow.
So that was like the big one that that jumped it up at that point. But yeah, in terms of giving the rub, I don't like to say that like I gave people rubs. I think I like to say I helped give someone a platform to get their voices out. Like maybe a person sitting next to me, I gave them maybe a platform. Like, hey, I'm a cool person. I might have some cool opinions. Maybe you hate me. Maybe you like me. But at least I'm here. You know. But people like Billy and you don't agree. But people,
I have a platform. I just haven't jumped off the platform.
oh sure,
I'm still on the platform.
but you have the platform. You're in the diving. You're in the springboard.
I
the
have
diveboard.
the platform.
Yes. But like people like Billy and Jay, I discovered their videos pretty early on, and said these guys are doing some good work. Help get them in touch with Retroware and help them to network other people.
I was gonna say that was Retroware era, huh?
Yeah. So that was 2011. I think mid 2011. Someone like Matt Pat early on in Game Trailers, communicated with him a lot. I could say I was friends with him at one point, and I'm not saying I'm responsible for someone's career. I'm not, but I at least at the start, nudged them here and there at the very beginning of their careers. I'm even acknowledged somewhat in I think Matt Pat's million fucking subscriber video where he writes shit on a wall or whatever. He says Pat the NES Punk. Not Pat, just Pat the NES Punk. So I'm like, all right, whatever. May not talk to the guy again, but who cares? So anyway, the whole point is this, is that it's a strange relationship when you deal with other YouTubers, because in the purest form, when you're helping someone out, you don't want something else in return necessarily. In the purest form. Or at least you're going to get something back maybe in the long term, but you're not thinking about it at the time. But I give credit to people. I give credit to Spoon. I give credit to James, because at the time, them helping me did nothing for them.
Right.
Well, in terms of like for James, yes, he got a video out of it, but he could have done a video about anything else. He just thought the NWC Gold was like, this is a fucking cool idea.
Sure.
Let's do it. And I'm like, yeah, it's a cool idea. Let's do it. But then the videos after that work with me, he didn't have to. So that's why James, I'll ride or die for James, for example. And giving the rub, I've in my past, when I was searching for more content creators for Retroware, I got 5 or 6 people onto that platform. I think I like to say maybe 8-Bit Alley. I helped get her out there a bit more. Shane Rerez at one point recruited him. A few others. So yeah, I was always looking out for content creators at the time, and I'm probably forgetting 3 or 4. At this point, I'm so busy though. In terms of me giving the rub to someone, I don't have that much lotion around. I don't have the time anymore. I don't know if you have any comments or
no
about anything. You don't, not at all.
I've never rubbed anyone.
You've never rubbed anyone the wrong way.
I'm sure I've rubbed people the wrong way. Never rubbed them.
Now,
I've never rubbed them the right way.
Now, there have also been YouTubers that have given the anti-rub to Pat, you can say.
Oh, yeah.
That have tried to make up shit or have stopped talking to me because of their rise in prominence or thinking that they're better than me, even though I knew them when they were nothing and had no subscribers. But we won't talk about that at this point.
You keep teasing it.
Ian's like, Shaman, you're trying to get at that Pat the NES Punk glass?
Yeah.
And drink that water? You put it awkwardly at the side there. You had to turn Leo out of the camera.
Yeah, sorry, Leo.
Maybe we'll do that for the 5-year anniversary. We'll just burn all the bridges and just end it. And just say, fuck it. We'll
do it live.
We'll do it live?
Yeah, I'm working on getting that live room.
That live room? What do you mean?
Getting a room for us to do it live.
Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Okay. At Castle Country. All right. Well, that's it. Thanks so much. It's patreon.com/CU podcast. Ian, say the URL while you drink water. It's CU Patreon.podcast.
www. No.
Wow. Really? I wasn't kidding.
Patreon.com/CU podcast.
There you go.